Full frame is a sensor, the size of which is identical to classic film camera sensors of 35mm, 36 by 24mm, to be precise. The primary benefits of full-frame camera bodies are more powerful dynamic range and low-light operation. Thanks to full-frame sensors, the separate pixels are enlarged. Therefore, they are capable of gathering more light similar to the best dynamic range cameras. As a result, at high ISO settings, the camera takes pictures without any noise. Besides, a full-frame DSLR or mirrorless camera features a wider dynamic range. That means that they will capture and render the richness and intensity of colors, including midtones, bright and dark areas, to the full extent. Number 5 on the Leica Q. This Leica model for its impressive capability to work in low-light environments. Its full-frame sensor of 24.2 megapixels ensures not only the stability of the lens but taking practically noiseless images in the dark without any tripods. The Leica Q Type 116 is the best full-frame camera that makes it possible to take advantage of the lens's highest aperture to the fullest. After the shutter speed is raised to more than 1/2000th of a second, an electronic shutter kicks in. When the speed is increased up to 1/16,000th, you may photograph at f1.7 in sunlight without the need to attach a neutral density filter to the tip of the lens. Its prime quality catches the eye and the magnificent smooth bokeh appears with shallow depth of field effects. Nonetheless, the lens won't assist you in taking very close shots. Number 4 on the EOS 6D Mark II. Every professional for the Canon EOS 6D Mark II combines high image quality and a relatively affordable price. The resolution has been increased to 26 megapixels. All over the ISO range, the JPEG pictures taken with this device turn out to be clear. Shooting at ISO 800, you might notice slight noise. If you set ISO to 4000, the images will be satisfying, as well. The model produces luminance noise, but not a lot of chroma noise at this setting, which is quite admirable. The buffer volume has also been increased to 21 RAW files. Personally, I disliked the camera's dynamic range and the coverage, which is way too centralized. Number 3 on the D850. I decided to test the 850 thoroughly in order to give it a chance to show its capabilities to the fullest. I began shooting landscapes and was pleasantly surprised with such a detailed sensor. I have already tried using other DSLRs from Nikon, but the D850 is by far the best Nikon full-frame model. Among its significant features are swift focus speed and high resolution. I would like to focus special attention on the tilting screen, which enables users to take low-angled and very detailed shots. The rear display is responsive thanks to touch control and precise color rendering for examining final pictures. Number 2 on the EOS 1DX Mark II. Many reviews rate the best Canon full-frame camera. While using Canon EOS 1DX Mark II, I was able to form my own opinions. Firstly, JPEG images taken with the device are characterized by slight flatness and coolness. Regulating auto-white balance helped achieve more or less warm shades in the shot. Secondly, autofocus case mode requires optimization of separate parameters. It might take some time trying to understand the most suitable settings for a certain scene, but if you manage to do it, the final pictures won't disappoint you. Even though the manufacturer equipped the model with a metering sensor of the highest resolution ever found in a DSLR. Number 1 on the Leica A7III. If my goal is to shoot within the range of ISO 50 and ISO 1600, I opt for the Sony A7III. However, while photographing at ISO 3200 and ISO 6400, you might notice noise in RAW images. I may even increase the ISO up to 12800 or 25600 still get decent shots. In this case, I will need to reduce noise in Lightroom later. In the range of ISO from 50 to 12800, the rendered colors look vibrant and lively. As for ISO 25600, the saturation almost doesn't decrease. Some call the A7III the best full-frame camera since these powerful features aren't expected from this kind of model at such affordable price. Nevertheless, I wasn't fully satisfied with the quality of its construction in comparison with other DSLRs. Still, this camera is a great combination of secure AF, which covers 93% of points, and remarkable quality of videos, shots.